Hi everybody, this is Andrew Oppman with another edition of Academic Spotlight, a special series that we're doing on the colleges at Middle Tennessee State University. This episode is going to be devoted to our College of Media and Entertainment, and joining me to tell us all about the college is Dean Beverly Keel. Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. You know, this is my favorite subject.
Yeah, we're talking about our college. Yeah, you're a graduate of the college.
I am.
And we're awfully proud of everything you did as a department chair for recording industry. And now you're the dean. This is I guess we're coming towards the end of your first year as dean, right?
Yes, and you know, we're the only college of media and entertainment in the world.
I know. That's so cool. And we Google it all the time to make sure that's still the case. Yeah. But let's talk about the combination of those things, media and entertainment. There are three departments. So talk about why the name. Why is the name appropriate these days?
Well, originally, and when I attended here, it was the College of Mass Communication. But now it has broadened to media and entertainment. If you think about our lives, what's the first thing we do in the morning?
There you go.
We turn on our cell phones. We look either for social media or for news, messages, check it through the day. This is how we get our information, and this is what we prepare students to do. So our college handles everything that informs and entertains. Okay, so we are the college of the creators and the storytellers, and that may be through music, through film, through creating TV shows, TikTok videos, or whatever the 2 generations from now is going to be on social media.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's next? But you're focusing a lot on how content goes into that next.
Right. So we have 3 departments. We have the Department of Recording Industry, which includes audio production, which would prepare you to be an engineer or producer, music business, which would prepare you to work at a record label, manage an artist career, be a talent agency, a publicist, go on to be an entertainment attorney, and also commercial songwriting. And you know, our students like Hardy and Luke Laird and Aaron Enderlin and Tay Keith go on to write hits from everyone from Drake and Travis Scott and Beyonce to Luke Bryan to on and on and
Casey
on.
Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves. Then we have media arts, which is really also another growing area. Media arts is the region's oldest, largest, and most comprehensive program of its kind. And one growing area in that is digital animation. And you think of Pixar and Disney, but it's also any graphics that move. It could be a logo, it could be a short video, really growing. We have interactive media, and that is really the most technology, latest technology, highest evolved. Everything from virtual reality, augmented reality. And so we have a lab that does that. We have media management, we have photography, and then of course video and film production. And if you think about it now, everything has a video with it.
Here we are having a video right now.
Right? Especially in this pandemic world. And then our third department is journalism and strategic media. And of course we prepare, when you think of traditional journalism, whether it's TV, radio, online, print, but we also have strategic media, which is advertising, public relations, graphic design, anything related to online, how to communicate effectively, how to think critically, and also how to create content that matters. First of all, the message is effective, and secondly, your strategy works. So we are teaching our students how to make best use of this. And what's so exciting about our college, the only one of its kind in the world, did I say that, is that our students are so serious about what they do. In high school, they're not always the popular kids, the jocks. They're very serious about making music, about making movies, about creating videos. And then they come here and there's 200 kindred spirits who will go to lunch and analyze the latest Drake or Taylor Swift lyrics or the latest animation, how did that work? And something else that's spectacular about our college is that it is truly collaborative because everything requires a team. If you're recording a session, you need a band and you need a producer and an engineer and an artist. Same with the TV production. So people from all over the world come to this college. and they really bond here quickly. And our students teach us as much as we teach them, so it's a really exciting thing. And I know now you want to ask me about hands-on, don't you?
I do, and I want to segue into that, and you did it already before me. You know, in each one of those departments are run by a department chair
Yes.
that's got professional experience.
Yes.
And you know, I think of John Merchant, the interim chair of recording industry, producing Barbra Streisand. So many amazing artists that he's worked with. I think about Billy Pittard. He's an Emmy winner. He's done production behind the scenes in Los Angeles and all sorts of working for A-list clients. Greg Pitts, professional career in radio. With the School of Journalism and Strategic Media. So there's this real world component to the college, and your connections, of course. You know, how can I forget this? You know, you worked for a major record label. You've been a journalist for the Tennessean, and now you bring all those talents and qualities to the college as dean. Getting that component of real world experience is really what makes this college so very unique, isn't it?
I would put our faculty up against any in the world. And our faculty are here because they love our students and they want to be here, but they also love the areas in which they teach. So they are devoted to continuing their own experience in education. Mm-hmm. So they are working nights and weekends and anytime they can on projects, whether they are recording an artist. John Merchant, who's the chair of the Department of Recording Industry, has done sound with everything from the Hollywood Bowl to the Grammy organization. He spends his winter break going to Australia, where it's summer there, to record rock bands.
Isn't it amazing?
So we love what we do. You can probably tell. We love what we do, and it also helps because our curriculum remains current and cutting edge, and also our industry connections benefit our students because it helps them get internships and jobs. I mean, once a week I'm getting somebody saying, hey, we need an engineer, we need a social media person, we need a photographer, a journalist. I got a call from Billboard magazine this week looking for a junior writer. So that's where it really benefits our students. And then also, the people with whom we work come speak to our classes. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, I recruit them to teach an adjunct, because here's the fact of the matter. If you come to MTSU, you will fall in love with this campus. So if we can get you here, you're here to stay. And I'm a perfect example of that.
Here you are to stay, you're right.
And in fact, 2 of the 3 department heads in our college are MTSU graduates.
Isn't that amazing?
So this is it's a truly special place. And we take the best of classroom learning and combine it with hands-on learning, because for what we teach, you have to be able to do it.
Right.
You know, in journalism, your 100th article will be better than your first article. And like, we have a $1.7 million mobile production truck, all staffed by students who are paid, and they cover live sporting events, live concerts, live dramatical productions, and they're creating portfolios and reels before they even graduate.
It's amazing. That truck is, and Professor Bob Gordon, I have to give a shout out to him in the Department of Media Arts. They are going to be the producers of our first commencement at Floyd Stadium that we're staging outside because of concerns about the pandemic. I mean, an amazing undertaking, watching them and seeing the students collaborate on those projects. We've also seen that truck at action at Bonnaroo, and
Yes.
I want to talk about a couple of our unique partnerships. We've been at the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival for the last, I think we've been there 6 years, and that truck has been the centerpiece of that. And we've also been at the Grammys for quite some time, and I think that's about 6 years running too. Let's talk about Bonnaroo first. How unique and how special is it for us to be offering college credit opportunity at one of the greatest music festivals there is, period?
Well, it sounds really fun, which it is, but it's also life-changing hands-on work, and that's what we do. So my predecessor, Ken Paulson, decided that our college needed to be where the action is. And where the action is in media and entertainment are at the highest profile events. That would include in the presidential election in Iowa for the Iowa caucus, where we took our journalism students. It's at the Grammy Awards for our recording industry students. It is at the Academy of Country Music Awards for our media arts students. And then Bonnaroo's great because we have students running a stage for recording industry, handling sound. We have our mobile production truck with our TV and video production students getting hands-on experience. We've brought student journalists there to cover Bonnaroo, and their stories are published by news outlets. So we have the exciting, glamorous college, but it's also, and the best looking, but it's also hands-on work, and it's
Right.
important work. And we prepare you if you want to be in front of the camera or behind the camera.
Yeah,
in front of the microphone, behind the microphone.
And it's really amazing, the Department of Media Arts, the collaboration it does with other colleges
Yes.
on campus. College of Liberal Arts comes to mind, with the technology that we're teaching, these LED production walls, for example. I mean, state-of-the-art, 5, 6-story walls that we
Right.
can build that can communicate messages, be used in broadcasts, be virtual sets for Tucker Theater and our Department of Theater and Dance. That technology, that learning how to do that is really in high demand, because back when we get past this COVID thing, when concerts were happening, we do that live production at concerts, and our graduates are doing that right now.
I mean, you see those video screens in churches,
Yeah.
arena tours, all the way to the Super Bowl. And we have some of those video screens on campus, and our students train on it. And video is everywhere now,
know.
if you think about it. You know, at a concert, if they don't have a video screen, you're disappointed.
It's part of the show now.
But it's, especially during the pandemic, you know, so, but keep in mind, our students are looking 10 years down the road. Where will we be in 10 years? It's not about just learning the specific software. It's learning the philosophy and the foundation behind it so that you can evolve as software and hardware change.
That's really important, because like you said, software and hardware changes. We were talking about TikTok. Didn't exist a year ago,
Right.
now it's everywhere. Making sure you understand the fundamentals of good content and
Yes.
how to captivate and energize and activate audiences. And I'm really proud of how the college does that, and it does it so effectively. The Grammys, of course, we're at the Grammys. We're big and bold at the Grammys. You're a member of the Recording Academy's Nashville board. Those connections just stay in place. I know when we were there in January, I think it was our last big event before we kind of went into the COVID lockdown, but we were there honoring our 9 Grammy nominees, alumni Grammy nominees, coming to congratulate you. I mean, us being where the action is important, but we have people who are the action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best thing was being able to shake Luke Laird's hand right after he won the Grammy last year. And as you know, NBC News did a story on the Department of Recording Industry and called us a Grammy winner factory, and said what Alabama is to football and Duke is to basketball, we are to the music business.
It was an amazing moment, wasn't it?
And you could say the same for our other two departments.
Yeah.
So we are creating tomorrow's leaders. And our students don't wait until graduation to start their careers. They start it now, the day they walk on campus. One of our success stories, of course, is Tay Keith, who first in his family to go to college. He was from Memphis. And while he was here, he was writing songs, got discovered by Drake, who recorded 4 of his songs. The month he graduated, he got a #1 record with Travis Scott and a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
And he was determined to get that college degree.
And I loved what he said. Because people asked him, said,
Yeah.
"You're already,
Yeah.
I mean, why? Why are you still, the implication,
Yeah.
maybe drop out and just because you're
Right.
already successful?" He says, "MTSU is teaching me how I'm not going to be taken advantage of in this
Yes,
business.
yes.
How to read a contract, how to ask the right questions, how to defend my creative rights." And that's the kind of thing that that's just invaluable. You talk about preparing you for the next job. That's going to help him manage artists as his career grows, and all those things. It's such an incredible story. Another story also on our campus, also connected to the college, and I think this is a little bit of news. We're the Chris Young Cafe that we're opening up. Talk about that venue and Chris Young and how that connection has just grown over the years.
So Chris Young, who is a country music superstar, was a student here. When he was a student here, he was just launching his music career. and his mother is a graduate of MTSU. So this place is really special to that family. And he wanted to give back and help our students. So the first thing he did was establish a scholarship, and then he wanted to do more. And so he is he has the naming rights, if you will, of the Chris Young Cafe. So this wonderful place is a place where songwriting students and artists can get performance experience. Audio students can run the boards, live sound experience. Our music business students can get promotion and show booking experience. And what's been wonderful is it's also created a sense of community. We have the state's first varsity esports team, and that's where they all gather. In some schools, they just stay in their dorm rooms, but here they haul their monitors and they're all there together supporting each other. So we're now, in fact, Chris Young's manager is on campus right now looking at what Chris Young pieces and artifacts can go on the wall, where we're going to put the neon, that sort of thing. And so we'll be having the grand opening in just a few months.
Very, very soon. Very, very soon. We're really excited about that.
So our students will be able to be inspired by a former student who has achieved his dreams. And he, in a full circle moment, is now helping our students achieve their dreams.
And then it's just incredible.
Yeah.
I've described the Chris Young Cafe as sort of the campus version of the Bluebird Cafe.
Exactly right.
A small, intimate, but
exactly
substantial,
right.
So a good crowd, but it is an intimate way for songwriters and artists to connect with the audience and have a freestanding building. And it's going to be one of those things, another one of those things that's different about our university and your college that you just can't find anywhere else. I know we want to be colleagues and good people and good friends with our competitors that are based in Nashville, but I can't tell you how many times when folks come here and they look at all the things that you offer and they go like, I can't believe that this is a public university with this kind of equipment, this kind of connection. And you're at the Grammys, you're at the Bonnaroo.
Doesn't compare.
Because the private university was going to cost us a whole lot more and maybe not have some of these
and not
things.
only that, but they don't have, because we're the only college of media and entertainment in the world. No other
You've mentioned that.
No other university has in one area collaborative programs where you have the full TV studio and 7 recording studios and a digital animation lab.
And a public radio station that is growing leaps and bounds in the audience market in Nashville, WMOT, Americana Roots Radio, just a fantastic, and a television station.
We have a student-run media center. It's called the Center for Innovation in Media, and it has a student-run newspaper, TV station, radio station, and record label. And then WMOT, which is a top 20 Middle Tennessee professional NPR affiliate radio station, employs many of our students as engineers. We've had some host their own shows there. And the benefit of that is these legends and icons who are doing interviews on WMOT will also speak to our classes while they're on campus. So it's an exciting place right now.
A lot of great connections and a great time to be looking at MTSU for these opportunities, because content is king. So much, and I think the pandemic, as you brought up the phone, the pandemic has kind of underscored the fact that you've got to learn how to deliver content in different ways, because it's becoming replacements for a lot of these things that we used to do in person.
And we also teach our students the power of words, images, and photographs, and their First Amendment rights and freedoms. And we teach them about copyright law. So if they're an artist, a songwriter, a photographer, their work, they know how to protect their work.
Yes. And I have the honor of teaching media writing in your college, and what I love is if you're an animation major, you're a music business major, journalist, of course, media writing is one of their courses. They get a grounding in the First Amendment. They get a grounding in the fundamentals. So they leave as smarter media consumers, even if they're not going to be actually in the media per se. They may be in a form of the entertainment business. They may be in animation or other things. Well, how do I find out more about your college?
Well, you can go to our website, of course.
That's
and you
the
can
answer.
But you can also take it one step further and just email me personally. Or call me, and it's beverly.keel, Keel, @mtsu.edu. 615-898-5150, and you can remember 5150 because that's the name of a Van Halen album.
There you go. There you go.
So if you have any questions, just come to me directly or visit our website, which is mtsu.edu.
Well, we're going to take a short break, and we want to talk about academic advising.
Yes.
But Dean Beverly Keel of the College of Media and Entertainment. Beverly, it's always great seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This has been a blast.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Academic Spotlight. I'm Andrew Oppman, and this episode is focusing on the College of Media and Entertainment. And joining me is Tiffany Milford. She's the advising manager for the college. Tiffany, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Dean Keel is just on the program talking about all the wonderful things in the College of Media and Entertainment. I want to talk about your wonderful advisors, because I know personally you work with my daughter, and you work with the students I teach, and I send them to you all the time. You've got a team of folks that are really devoted to the success of your students. Talk about the things that you do for them.
Oh, wow. Our students are so fantastic. They're so wonderful, and they're so engaged. The advisors that we have that work with them are very much into the programs that they advise for. So each of us advise for different programs. Lots of us have background in certain areas, and so, for example, Laura Helen Husband loves working with our commercial songwriting students, and she's very devoted to them, and she really has campaigned quite a bit for them. She's campaigned for internship opportunities specifically for them. She works fantastically with them. We have Janelle Fisher, who is one of our new advisors, and she has a fantastic background in broadcast, and she works very well with our students. So I think we're very excited to work with our students because we have so much opportunity for them within our own college, so much media that's available to them, so much hands-on that's available to them, whereas other colleges may not have that opportunity, and especially in other programs across the country. This is very unique.
And it really shows that personal attention, and that's one of the things we're very proud at MTSU, and I know in the College of Media and Entertainment, you're able to, it's not that you're calling up folks to find out how they're doing. You're available for people to drop by, and we're not the type of advising team that kind of waits until things go wrong or go south for somebody. We're actually trying to figure out how's it going, and hey, is there a way for us to kind of help you turn things around before you get too far down deep, right?
Yes. We try to be very proactive. So we reach out to students if they're on probation or it's midterms and their grades may not look so great. And so we want to talk to them about that. Or their grades look fantastic.
Right.
And we want to, commend them for that and ask them how they're doing. And it has been a struggle to do that. With so many of the class formats changing, especially with us having hands-on classes, it's very unique for them, and it's a different sort of opportunity for them. So the web-assisted classes have been very helpful for them, where they can be on campus as well as have those remote options. A lot of the classes have opened up to being online, which is also very helpful for our students that have to remain at home for some reason or another. We are always checking in with our students. We're always emailing them. We have certain campaigns throughout the semester, so we reach out to them to see what's going on. Right now, we're in the middle of, we're about to start priority registration.
Right.
So we've been outreaching to seniors. Hey, are you guys ready for graduation this November now? Are you juniors and you need to submit graduation paperwork? Sophomores and freshmen, how are you guys doing? Is this still a good fit for you? How are classes going? And so we talk to them about how they're doing, how the technology is working for them. Are they okay with Zoom and other formats that the professors are using? Have the professors been responsive to them and to their needs when they reach out to them? So it's been very encouraging, and students have been doing very well. I'm so very proud of them.
Tiffany Milford, the advising manager for the College of Media and Entertainment. Thank you for joining us on the show, and thanks for everything you're doing to keep our students successful.
Thank you.
And this does wrap up our program, but a couple of reminders. December 1st is the deadline to apply to MTSU to be eligible for our guaranteed academic scholarships. mtsu.edu/apply can give you all the information you need about what the scholarships require, how much they can earn you, but December 1 is so very, very critical. You must apply by December 1st. Also, we will be offering 4 opportunities to take the ACT test on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. An important note, while December 1st is the application deadline, we will still accept the December 12th ACT test results, but you must apply by December 1st. So that December 12th test that you take on the ACT, whatever you score on that, that can be what applies to your application at MTSU and qualifies you for that scholarship. So if you remember anything that I just said, December 1 is the application deadline, and mtsu.edu/apply is a place to go for information. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I hope to see you on campus very, very soon.